business in terms of automation and robotics. So, or an entrepreneurs. So maybe want to know more about or get more insights about this topic. Today, we are blessed to have an esteemed panel with us. So let me first introduce themselves before we head into the session. Today, we have with us Dr. Santhosh sir. He is an associate professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. He got his PhD from IIT Madras, and his main research areas are dynamics and nonlinear systems, energy harvesting, as well as non-smooth systems. And he has more than 20 years of teaching experience. You are all lucky to have him here so that you can get more insights, more in-depth understanding about this branch from him. Maybe we will be having a small Q&A at the end of this session. I'll pick some questions which can be answered by him personally. And the another panelist which we have today is Dr. Bipin Balaram sir. He is also an associate professor from mechanical department. He got his PhD from National Institute of Technology, Calicut, in the area of nonlinear dynamics, and he got his postdoctoral research at the Department of Automation, Biomechanics and Mechatronics at Lodz University of Technology, Poland. So he is currently doing research that include chaotic dynamics, energy harvesting, non-smooth systems, non-linear controls, and systems biology. So as we move into the session, I think today we are having the right people to dwell more upon this topic, automation and robotics engineering. I know some of you are already raising hands. Maybe you might be having a doubt already, or you might be having a question, but please wait. Today is the topic automation robotics. Slowly we will move on to other engineering domains and topics also. Will be please save your questions for the end of this session. So why is the need of this panel discussion today is, as an aspirant of Amrita, you want to know more about automation and robotics. Maybe you would have called our admissions counselor. Maybe you would have called or interacted with some agent, or you got some minimum information from the website. But to get into a degree of 4 years where your career path is defined, you need to do more research, you need to understand more and more. For example, I will give a small example for all of you. If you are purchasing a dress, you won't randomly pick a dress of your size. You will just see, is it apt for you, the material is apt for you, the cost is feasible or not. All these things you will do a proper research, then only you will buy the dress. A dress maximum you will wear for 1 year or 2 years. But career is for life. And now, when you're choosing a branch like automation and robotics, what it has to offer, does it fits my academic strength, academic capability, and what exactly are the opportunities that are there after completing all these things? You need to do a proper research. You need to understand things in detail. So without further ado, thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and coming forward to be part of this panel discussion. I extend my warm welcome on behalf of all our attendees and all. Thank you. And this will be streamed in YouTube also. It will be there in YouTube. If any student want to go and rewatch this again, we'll share the YouTube link with all of you if you have missed this. So, sir, Santhosh, sir, I think first question which I want to put it forward to you is, we know we live in a smart world today, as we live in this so-called IoT, I mean, Internet of Things, or industrial Internet of Things as we call. So how are these automation and robotics engineers driving the transformation of traditional manufacturing process into smart and interconnected systems? How exactly is it happening, and is it efficient or is it flexible enough? So can you just please dwell more into this?
Yeah, first of all, good evening to all the people who are present here. Hope I am audible, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, thank you, Sudhir, for the introduction. So, before moving to the question what you have asked, I would like to give a brief idea about the program what we are offering here. At Coimbatore campus, we are offering a BTech in Automation and Robotics Engineering, a 4-year undergraduate program. And we have started this program in the year 2020. Okay, so this is for the people who are already attending the session to know the background of the program. So we'll be explaining more about the program in the coming discussion. Okay. So yeah, to your question. So you just asked about the aspects of robotics and automation with respect to the traditional manufacturing and the smart manufacturing.
Yes.
So we can see that the traditional manufacturing, when you look at, you can find that suppose you are doing some kind of a welding operation or assembly or painting or packaging operations and so on. And many places you use skilled laborers, right? So that's what is the general trend, what happened many years back. But we can find that when we use this traditional trained laborers for the purpose, there are many chances of human errors, and then the accuracy, precision of the manufacturing components and all that will be. So in those areas, the smart manufacturing can help people to get very good products. Okay, so the accuracy will be nice in terms of the product quality will be improved and so on. So that is one of the aspects. And also we can find that we can use the concept of the sensors. Okay, so sensors can be employed to the manufacturing systems, and we can look at the what you call the condition of these machines periodically and see that whether there is any breakdown is happening. So the manufacturing time can be optimized and so on. And we all talk about AI/ML aspects in all these days, right? So how AI/ML can be incorporated in smart manufacturing. So you can see that there are many places where we can optimize the manufacturing process, because the time required to produce a component or manufacture a component can be optimized using some of these various algorithms which are there. Very important point is that there is something called digital twins, okay, which are the virtual counterparts of the actual physical system. We can generate them and store them in a computer, and then we can use them for the purpose of predicting the performance, various simulations, and so on. So we can find that many areas, the conventional manufacturing process, when we replace by the concepts of smart manufacturing, accuracy improves, precision improves, and repeatability of doing this job by a person. Okay, so there is a chances of creating committing human errors. Okay, those things can be avoided. So robotics and automation engineers, they play a major role in these topics.
Yes, sir. Rightly said. As we observed during COVID time, also a lot of industries faced an issue of allowing labor or to do this repetitive task. Now every industry is looking forward to automate things, and automating things automatically give more accurate and less emotionless work will be happening, and more dependency can happen. These automations and all that. Rightly said, sir. But
Right.
my next question will be about educational pathways for robotics in use. Bipin sir, just I want to understand, for example, a student who is aiming to become a robotics engineer, does he need to have a certain kind of skill sets, or today we live in an evolving world. We don't know what kind of technology will be there in the coming days, or what kind of job opportunities will be there in the coming days. So when we are working in this interdisciplinary world, as we can see, what kind of skill sets are crucial for these learners today who are aiming to get into automation and robotics?
Yes, that is an important question. I think I am audible, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So, good evening, everyone. That is an important question that an aspiring robotics student should ask himself or herself. And there are certain skill sets that a student should have. But the fortunate thing is that almost all those fundamental skill sets are nurtured by the +2 curriculum that we have, whether you are doing a +2 CBSE curriculum or a state syllabus, it really doesn't matter. These skills, these fundamental skills that you need to get into a robotics curriculum are already there in your +2. For example, in robotics, what you actually need is a bit of mathematics, a bit of mechanics, a bit of electronics, a good foundation in programming, and a foundation in emerging technologies, plus a good awareness of softwares, different softwares. In these, in mathematics, we need things like calculus, differential equations, probability, etc., which the students are already studying in +1 and +2. In dynamics or in mechanics, the basics of dynamics and mechanics, they are already studying in physics in +1 and +2, Newton's laws, work, energy principle, etc. And then electronics also, fundamentals of electronics are also being taught in +2 level. Then programming, if you are a computer science student, then you already are exposed to programming. If you are not exposed to programming, then we will do a fundamental coaching of programming here. Then what we need is some awareness about softwares, mechanical softwares, electronic softwares, as well as machine learning and other emerging system softwares. So these are the fundamental skill sets that are needed. And as I told you in the beginning, these skill sets are already being, the basis for these skill sets are already being laid at +2 level. So from the +2 physics, math, chemistry, biology, computer science level, to come to a university and as an aspiring student in robotics is going to be rather easy, because these skill sets, the fundamental skill sets, are already there in your +2 level. The only thing that a robotics curriculum is going to do is to enhance those skill sets, generalize those skill sets, and take it to a different level.
Yes, sir, rightly said. So if a student with +2 having fundamental conceptual ideas, I mean, if they are strong in the fundamentals in +2 and a basic analytical mind, so actually they can excel well in this branch. That rightly said, our students will pick it up from that. But my next question is mostly it's contemporary, sir. Santhosh sir, it's for you, because today we are hearing Tesla is going to come into our country, and there is whole ecosystem that will be coming up because we need more charging stations, or we need more people who can understand these autonomous vehicles or repair them or maintain them. So there is a huge set of opportunities that are coming up. So just we want to understand how are automation and robotics engineers actually contributing to the development of these autonomous vehicles or so-called drones. So for example, if you say drones also, are any challenges they are facing as of now to bring it up currently in our country?
Right. Okay. So again, a very important question with respect to the current scenario, and yeah, I would like to answer this in a different way. Okay, so the autonomous vehicles. Okay, so for example, if you take Tesla or Uber or Waymo and General Motors, so they all introduced the autonomous vehicles in recent times, and it is already in place. Okay, so then what is the challenge? Okay, so the challenge is with respect to the environment where we are going to use this. Okay, so if we look into the scenario of Indian road system and all that, there are abundant challenges which we need to address before we put these into places. Like we have dynamic environment, right? It keeps changing with respect to time. So the pedestrians are crossing when there is a traffic signal. So many obstacles we need to understand, and accordingly we need to develop systems which can understand, learn from the dynamic environment, and then adapt to that situation and then go ahead with it. And we can find that not only with respect to these challenges are also with respect to the safety, and there are certain ethical considerations, and many of these systems are complex systems. Okay, you know that they are incorporated with a number of sensors, cameras, and so on, and then synchronizing them together to achieve certain goals, it's a very difficult task, and we need powerful algorithms to be in order to put these things in place. So there are challenges are more in front of the autonomous vehicle itself with respect to the road conditions in India or the traffic conditions in India and so on. And this automation robotics people, they play a major role. And we have in our curriculum, we actually put autonomous vehicles as one of the elective part. Okay, so that we give a lot of importance to that courses, so that the students can choose those areas and specialize in that domain itself. Your voice is not audible. Yeah, yes. No, it's on. Yeah.
That's rightly said, sir. As in terms of business terms, if you say there are more challenges means more opportunities for people to solve it actually. So as we said, automation and robotics engineers are the right people to actually address these challenges. So more opportunities are there for people in India exactly in terms of these autonomous vehicles if they have more domain specific knowledge. And my next question, sir, Bipin sir, and we know we saw maybe from the sci-fi movies that we see or from the actual new gen technologies that we see automation is kind of a threat. Actually saying automation can eradicate jobs or automation can actually if you integrate it into our daily lives, so many people might not benefit. There is a risk involved in it, and thus ethical considerations are taken into considerations or are taken in place when we are developing a new technology using this automation and robotics, or how well we can actually address these ethical concerns surrounding this automation and robotics.
That is again a very topical question. There have been many discussions, wide-ranging discussions regarding ethical considerations of automation as well as robotics. And if you look at it in the general sense, they fall in two categories. One is about the threat of automation, robotic systems taking away jobs from laborers and from all types of laborers, blue collar, white collar, all types of laborers. And then another important aspect is that of data privacy. So these are the two, because autonomous systems or robotic systems churn in lots of data, and this brings in a problem of privacy, data privacy from humans as well as institutions. But we have to put these ethical considerations in context, because what I would like to say is that whenever we have had in human history major progress, major technological or scientific progress, they have been always accompanied by ethical considerations. You can see in 1815s, the machine age coming into being, and then ethical considerations was there also, because machines took away a lot of jobs. And then computer revolution happening in the last part of 20th century, then again there were ethical considerations. Now there are ethical considerations. These are important considerations. But what we have to understand is that from my point of view, I don't believe that autonomous robotic systems, however good they are, can do everything that a human being can do. They can do mundane, repetitive, mechanical jobs much easily and much more efficiently than human beings. That is in fact a good thing. That is in fact a positive thing, because it liberates human beings from these kind of mundane jobs. We can concentrate on more creative, more original, more constructive jobs, which I believe a robotic and autonomous system will not be able to do as good as human beings. But in the immediate future, there are going to be job losses. And in the immediate future, there are going to be some privacy concerns. But in the long run, these will go away, as the other technological revolutions has also, in the case of other technological revolutions, they have happened, they have gone away. But in the immediate future, we will have to do make some arrangements for job losses. For example, there have been efforts to develop robotic systems which do not replace human beings, but which helps human beings, or which augment human capabilities rather than completely replacing them. There has been suggestions of a minimum wage for all kinds of workers so that they can deal with it. And from the privacy perspective, there have been huge developments in cryptography, as well as quantum cryptography, etc., which can make the data more private and more safe. So along with the automation and robotics progress have also been made in these ethical things also. But I think these are concerns only of an immediate future. In the long run, I think robotics and automation is going to be positive, a very positive thing for humankind.
Yes, sir, that rightly said. Actually, if I want to conclude from what you said is, even a machine is there, it can't run by itself, it can't test by itself, it can't maintain by itself. It requires human intervention. So that human intervention, whoever is doing it, they will be more in demand. So
True.
that is what exactly this department actually has to offer. So Santosh sir, one thing which today I want to talk about, healthcare is one of the main thing which is required for every person. And we saw from our university itself, we hold a record of doing a lot of robotic surgeries and all. So just want to understand how this automation and robotics engineers contribution to the medical applications such as surgical robots or rehabilitation robots or telemedicine. A lot of things are coming up. So is there any limitations that are happening, or is there any advancements that are happening currently in terms of improving patient care? Can you just please brief us?
Right. Yeah. So for with respect to the current scenario, this is a very important question because many advancements have happened in these areas in the last 10 years or so. Okay, so robotic surgery has become very common in many places, and surgeons can efficiently perform the surgery with minimum invasive procedures and so on. So that helps them to get confidence in doing this procedures, especially in laparoscopic surgeries and all that. So, and the recovery time is also going to be very less with respect to the patients. That is one of the other point. And then the complex procedures. So, if the surgeon want to perform very complex procedures, okay, so a properly trained robot can do that without much difficulty. But there are challenges is that the access to these internal organs or whatever it is in a better image processing like 3D visualization, or kind of the better understanding of the system. Okay, so those areas where these automation robotics engineers can contribute a lot, because they can provide better solutions to this visualization, imaging processes, and so on. Okay, so that even some flexible robotic systems are there, which can even go inside the organs and take pictures and so on. So there are many research areas where the soft robotics area, okay, another area where it can go inside and take pictures and come back and see. So many developments are happening in these areas. And also rehabilitation, if you look at, okay, so people want to recover from injuries, surgeries, or some neurological conditions and all that. So they need a lot of assistance. Okay? So some of the areas like this exoskeleton, which actually mimic the behavior of the human muscles and so on. Then robotic limbs, okay, some wearable sensors. Okay, so these are all help the patients to regain strength, then the coordination and the mobility and so on. Okay, so many areas these people have, actually we call doctors separately and then engineers separately, but if they work together, many places where people need assistance, okay, and we can find that we can support a lot to them. And also different people have different health issues, okay, and these devices need to adapt to those conditions. That is where AIML will help again, not the artificial intelligence and machine learning with respect to the previous data, whatever we have. It is possible for us to optimize and then make these things to work in a better way. And in terms of the telemedicine, what you are saying, okay, yeah, you're saying something, right? So yeah, telemedicine is where we have the virtual consultation. Okay, so people sitting in a different area, and they can send their reports to experts in a city or somewhere. Okay, so rural area to say the different cities, the famous doctors and all that, and get consultation from these people and get a better treatment ideas and so on. So many places, okay, and the health management will also become more easy. So these robotics, not only with respect to the surgery, we can also find that there's automation and the IoT kind of things and so on. So they help a lot in this surgical area and rehabilitation and telemedicine. So in coming years, it's going to be having more what you call influence on this area of medical field. And we have this Amrita School of Medical Sciences. So already we are in collaboration with the engineering side and developing many innovations have come up in the past years. And also it is going to happen in the coming years also. Many things are in progress.
Yes, sir. That rightly said. An automation engineer in Amrita have a unique opportunity to work alongside with our hospitals in developing some healthcare devices or healthcare applications So they'll get a more hands-on experience that rightly said about the opportunity, as well as the improvements or advancements that are going to happen in healthcare. As we see today, the government is trying to take hospital to the patient, not patient to the hospital.
Right.
So more advancements will be coming in this segment also, and automation and engineers play a vital role, and they have more opportunities. So one more question before we move on to the next segment, which is all about Amrita, to Bipin sir. Sir, it's all about collaboration, teamwork, how well you can gel with other departments and streams. Then only you see every startup or every company today, they grew because of a good team. But when we take automation and robotics engineers, how well they can collaborate between other departments, or can is there any multidisciplinary approach that is adapted in our course curriculum or like that? So how well this can be a cross-disciplinary collaboration in robotics that can happen through this automation in robotics? Can you please brief us about this?
Yes. We have to understand that every emerging area, every cutting edge technology has to be by necessity cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary, because a new area, a cutting edge area, an emerging area comes into being by combining, overlapping different areas and taking the best from different areas and combining them together. So this is true for robotics and automation as well. Robotics and automation brings together the best of mechanical engineering, electronics engineering, mathematics, and computer science. As I told, as I was telling in to the response of another question, all these comes together in robotics and automation, and our Amrita curriculum reflects this cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary nature of automation and robotics, because we have, for example, a robotics engineer may be able to design robotic systems, implement control system, etc. A computer scientist may help him with softwares, hardwares, or the machine learning part of it. A mechanical engineer may pitch in with mechanical design, material selection, optimization of materials, and other aspects. And also, if we are dealing with agricultural systems, we need to work with agricultural experts. If we are dealing with healthcare systems, we need to work with doctors. If we are dealing with robotics applications, space systems, we need to work with space engineers. So all these expertises have to come together to bring in a good robotics and automation system. And this is reflected in our curriculum also. We have mechanical engineering subjects, we have mathematics subjects, we have electronics subjects, we have computer science subjects. Probably a little later, we'll be able to give you a slide of our curriculum. Then you'll understand it more. But all these comes together. And that also means a very important thing, that placement opportunities are there, not just from a mechanical background, but from electronics background, computer science background as well. So if you're a robotics and automation engineer or a student with Amrita, then you're open to placement opportunities, not just from mechanical department, but from electronics department and computer science department. So the scope is very wide because it is, as you correctly said, cross-disciplinary and interdisciplinary in nature.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That rightly said. So I think our automation and robotics engineers actually can gel well with all the other departments or streams and actually work hand in hand and can have a good synergy actually. So I think we are developing that also, and they are actually learning that also. So I know a lot of our aspirants, some of them are more keen about to know what automation and robotics in Amrita has to offer actually. They want to learn more what Amrita is doing in terms of automation engineer. Since we are offering this new age branch called automation and robotics engineer. So, Santhosh sir, I just want to ask, it's mostly about Amrita. Now, I think students now understood the scope and importance of automation robotics engineer. Today, if they want to join Amrita, they need to learn more about what Amrita is doing and what kind of strides we are reaching today in terms of this branch. So my first question is related to our Amrita University. How does our university, Amrita University, contribute to the advancements in industrial automation actually? So can you just Please share.
Yeah, it's a very important question because as of now we were just talking about the importance of automation and robotics in different domain and how it is interdisciplinary, and then what are the, as Bipin rightly said, they are not just limited to one particular domain. Okay, so they have placement opportunities with respect to many companies. Okay, we will be showing some of those slides in the time. So one point, whatever you have asked is, so we have a very good group of faculty members from different domains. Okay, so again, not just limited to mechanical. You can see that the faculty members who are teaching these courses are from some of the mechanical engineering, electronics engineering. We have computer science background people, and those who did the excellent research in the area of robotics and automation are handling these courses. So what we can see here is that different aspects of these robotics and automation, okay, in terms of the research, the needs the research areas, okay, especially can I show some of the slides, because that may be easy for us to explain.
Yes, sir. I think
What
it
are
will
the
be
kind of,
easy. It will be easy if
yeah,
you can show the
yeah, because
slides.
the students can also understand what
Yes,
are the kind of works we are doing and so on. Okay, so let me
yes.
share the slides. Yeah, some of the research projects. Okay, so whatever, can you see the slides? Is it
Yes, it's visible, sir.
Yes, yes.
So you can see that we have many projects which are executed in connection with the industry. Okay, so even though we have started this program in the year 2021, okay, many projects we are executing, and many of these projects the students are part of. The undergraduate students are part of it. They're only in the sixth semester. Okay, so that's what they're not even reached the final year. They are in the sixth semester, but we are giving them enough opportunities to be in part of some of these projects. Okay, and uh, we we encourage them, okay, to be part of this and understand the current scenario or the existing scenario and what kind of improvements, okay, and learning through actual practical problems. Some of these I have mentioned here: this monopod hopping robot with self-balancing capability in 3D space, an under-actuated manipulator-based mobile robot with robust control, smart actuation-based gripper designed for precise manipulation of delicate objects, parallel kinematic chain-based suspension for precision equipments in UAVs and drones. So, as you asked, so many, not just limited to robotics. You can see that these drones, this areas also, we are giving a lot of importance, and our labs are also well developed to address the basic undergraduate curriculum in a better way. So they get an opportunity to work with eminent researchers who are joined as faculty members from different places and get to know what is the current state of the art and then improve upon that. So that's what is the,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. I think students got an idea how much we contribute as a new age branch to the industry. Sir, Bipin sir, one thing which we want to understand, because a lot of students ask us this question, and how does our Amrita University integrate practical experiences into its robotics and automation curriculum? So can you just give us a brief about the curriculum which they are going to get? So based on that, if you can explain that, will be good.
Yeah, shall I share the semester wise?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Yeah, okay. So is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So again, for an emerging area like robotics, it is very important to bridge the gap between theory and practice, because theory, as we know, develops from practice, and practice is in turn enhanced by theory. So if there is a gap between theory and practice, neither theory nor practice gets done. So this is the philosophy behind development of the robotics and automation curriculum at Amrita University. You can see this curriculum in general. So the first 4 semesters, the curriculum aims at setting very strong fundamentals in mathematics, in mechanics, in electronics, as well as in computer science subjects in general, in particular programming languages. So after these 2 semesters, and in these 2 semesters itself, in these 4 semesters, 2 years itself, when we are trying to set very good fundamentals in all these fundamental areas, we try to do them in a holistic manner by combining theory and practice together. In the sense, for example, you can see in 4th semester, the course on control systems. In 4th semester itself, the course on robot dynamics. In 3rd semester, the course on robot kinematics. In 4th semester, again, the course on sensors and signal processing. These are fundamental courses, and all these are lab integrated courses in the sense that we study theory as well as laboratory in the same semester side by side. So the theories aspects that we study this week, we will see in the laboratory. We will try them out in the laboratory this week itself. So in the foundational courses itself, there is a great mix between theory and practice, which is designed to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical. Then if we go to the next 4 semesters, last 2 years, then we can see that these are more specialized courses. The foundations is set. Now we can go to more specialized courses like graph theory algorithms, data science, microcontrollers, robotics and control, which is advanced control, real-time operating systems, these kind of courses, and mobile robotics, Internet of Things, industrial Internet of Things, deep reinforcement learning. These are specialized subjects which are very important for a robotics course. So these comes in the last 2 years. And here also, there are a lot of electives. Somebody was asking chat whether it was all core subjects. No, there is a big list of electives from which you can choose from in your last 2 years, last 4 semesters. And then the whole thing comes together when you do your final project. Final project is done partly in 7th semester and wholly in 8th semester. That brings together all the foundations, all the practical knowledge, all the emerging areas that you have learned to do something new, something interesting, something creative. So in this way, Amrita curriculum is designed to bridge the gap between theory and practice. And we hope that that will have a very constructive and positive effect on the graduates of robotics and automation from Amrita University.
Yes, sir.
You can also notice that there is a summer internship in the semester 6. Okay, so semester 6, end of semester 6, they have to go for a summer internship. So that summer internship is where 2 months we ask them to join an industry and work with the industry people. From our side, we will support them to get the internship through the CAR, and also they can find out their own internship. They have contact, they can also find out. So that will actually give them an opportunity to know what is happening in the industry, and then they can find out a project. If they're able to get a project from there, they can do those projects in the semester 7 and 8, and there is chances of placements are high. Okay, so that's one more point I would like to add.
Yes, sir. I think that's rightly showcased, sir. Our curriculum, you have showcased, it's a blend of theory and practical. So where they will be going hand in hand all the way in all the years, and students will be getting more in-depth knowledge in terms of as programming as well as and other core engineering topics also that are mentioned in automation and robotics. Sir, just one question which I want to ask, and how regularly the curriculum will be updated, Santhosh sir, and is it in sync with the industry's demand?
Yes, that is very important question because many students would like to ask that question. So we started this program in the year 2021. Okay, so we had discussion maybe in the year 2019 itself about starting this program. After 2-3 years of homework only, we started this program. Okay, so we had many discussion with the eminent academicians across the country, as well as industry people and abroad people and so on. So we got a lot of feedback from even some of our students who are entrepreneurs in robotic companies and so on. So we got many feedback from people, and then only we started this program. 2021 we started this program, and we have the first BOS happened in that board of studies happened in 2021. Then at that BOS, we decided that in 2022, we will have one more BOS to update the curriculum again. So a slight modification we made with respect to the current change happening in the industries and so on. Okay. So we actually get feedback from the industry as well as academia, and then update our curriculum. We add more electives. Okay, there is a freedom to add electives at any stage of the curriculum. So we run this program. This existing curriculum will be for 3 years. Every 3 years, we update the curriculum. But we have an option to add more electives, and with respect to the industry needs. Okay, so when some particular domain, okay, people need to be trained, then we can add them as an electives and then offer those courses. That flexibility we have. The current 2022, we updated the curriculum. Now in 2025, again, we will update it. So, but we get the feedback from the students, alumni, as well as the industry, and then that's how it is.
Yes, sir, that's rightly said. Our curriculum is currently in sync with the industry's demand. So that is very important thing, because a student who is getting graduated from these kind of new age groups actually are in demand, because industries require these people. So that's what rightly shown in our curriculum. And Bipin sir, one thing, are there any student-led initiatives or clubs focused on robotics and automation in our Amrita University?
We have a specialized club. For example, you can see this slide. We have a specialized club called Robotics Club, which enables students' participation in international as well as national robotics competitions. You can see students' projects and they winning awards, programs, etc. here. And apart from this, these are some of the students' achievements through Robotics Club over the past 2 years, 2.5 years. So there is ample opportunities for robotics and automation students to participate in this robotics club and be part of national as well as international competitions, both robotics, programming, and machine learning competitions and AI competitions. Apart from that, we have an association of mechanical engineers, which we call ACME, ACMA, which also come up with a lot of robotics programs. So that is an added advantage that a student of Amrita Coimbatore campus will have. So these two clubs, through these two clubs, the student will have ample opportunities to showcase their expertise in robotics and automation at Amrita.
Yes, sir. So,
and we don't limit the students to only to robotics students. Okay, the students from other branches like computer science also join, electronics join for this club. So there is no limitation, because being an interdisciplinary program, we encourage more students from different branches to join and work together, because they need a collaborative effort to build more accurate systems and so.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So that's rightly said, sir. Since the students-led initiatives actually pave way to a lot of more innovations, because once they have the passion, they have the interest, so they come up with a lot more ideas, they come up with a lot more innovations by themselves. So that is very much important thing which needs to be there, and our university is at the forefront, giving students an hand held exposure to lead this kind of clubs in our university itself. And just one thing which I want to understand, sir. So if you take just our university offering this group to Santhosh sir, my question is like, how different we are from the other universities who are offering? Because I saw in chat also one question saying how different this branch is from mechatronics or some other branch. And also, if you give me some 1 or 2 points, how different we are, can you just please explain and answer?
Yeah, yes, of course. So this course is offered at different universities with different names and so on, but we offer it as a very unique program. Okay, so as Bipin initially mentioned about the curriculum, we start with the curriculum. Okay, so you can see that the curriculum is tailor-made with respect to different aspects. Okay, so you can see the importance of fundamental subjects initially, starting from the mathematics to strengthen their programming abilities, and then to their core knowledge, then to specialization. Okay, so you can see that there is an ample scope for these people to explore themselves into different domains, okay, not with respect to one particular domain of mechanical engineering and so on. So there are different domains. That's why these people are eligible even for placements with respect to companies which are coming for circuit branches like electronics or computer science and so on. Many courses or many courses which are there, you can see many of them are, we have teaching them real-time operating systems and machine learning, and then advanced machine learning courses, deep the reinforcement learning and so on. Many courses which are these microcontrollers and embedded systems, and there are many things you can find common between mechatronics and these courses, but these are all specialized courses which give them a clear fundamental knowledge plus enhance their practical knowledge and also make them industry ready with respect to the industry 4.0 concept. Okay, so this IoT and things like that, which give them a lot of upper hand over the other group of people who are also trained in this area. And as I also mentioned, we promote these club activities. Okay, so at least we encourage from the very first year students to go for at least 2 competitions in a semester. Okay, so we are encouraging them to go for it. And also, if the students are finding some internship and things like that by their own. Okay, so you can see that the girl, she's Mrinalini from now the 3rd year ARE student. Okay, she has completed her internship from Japan. So we have given her 1 semester break to do this program at Japan and then come back and join. Okay, during that time she did her courses online. We provide the opportunity to complete her courses through online. At the same time, she did the international internship at Japan. So we also support students to do small internship at different companies and so on to encourage them to know what is happening. Okay, so opportunities are there, and we help them to achieve that through the academics as well as the supporting system of providing them enough opportunities to go for internship, participate in competitions, and so on.
Yes, sir. That's rightly said. So you are the forefront people who are offering this branch in our country. You can say automation and robotics means every student first should give a thought about they should join Amrita because of the opportunities, because of the curriculum, because of the actual faculty. Because today we are actually blessed to have interaction with both of you, two senior most experienced person. Sir, before I end, one more last question to Bipin sir. I don't want to take much of your time. So a program like this require good facilities infrastructure. I mean, can you just showcase what kind of labs we have and what kind of facilities we have? So please, can you brief about this?
Yes, so we have a couple of slides regarding facilities. These are only typical facilities, not comprehensive. There are many more, but we have state-of-the-art computer labs to start with for programming as well as softwares. Almost all softwares that are of importance in robotics and automation, we have them. And we have multiple labs to do these things in CAD/CAM lab as well as other computer labs. As you can see, a typical computer lab here. And then we have laboratories in robotics. We have laboratories in sensor and actuators. We have very good laboratory in instrumentation and control. We have additive manufacturing laboratory, automation laboratory, and we have research labs also, which can be used by students to do creative, innovative work. For example, we have tribology research lab, combustion research lab, spray lab, material processing lab, automotive technology and research center, where many researches on autonomous vehicles are going on. So if you see these things, we are very well equipped with the infrastructure, laboratory infrastructure, may it be computational or practical infrastructure. And I should stress the control systems lab also, advanced control systems lab also, because feedback control is a very important part of robotics and automation course. So we have a state-of-art feedback control laboratory also. So if you look at these things, then it emerges that we are at Amrita, we are very well equipped with infrastructure, laboratory infrastructure, The advantage of this being that this is not just training infrastructure that we have, these are actually research infrastructure that we have. So you can train there, of course, we train students there, but these laboratories are equipped with instruments and setups that can be used for research also. So in this way, I think we are one of the most well-equipped robotics and automation infrastructure in the country.
Yes, sir, that's rightly said. I think an engineering degree without lab exposure is not a degree at all, actually. So once they get their hands dirty in terms of this kind of lab exposure, actually make them strengthen their fundamentals, whatever they have learned in their classrooms. Without these things, the fundamentals which they have learned are nothing actually. I think all the students who are part of this can understand how much well equipped we are with the state of the art lab facilities that are available in Amrita, which are very important. Sir, Santhosh, sir, one thing which I would just want to convey, I just want to ask, are there any innovations that are coming up or any startup ecosystem as you can, you're showcasing? Are you helping any students to come up with these innovative ideas? That
Yes,
kind
yes.
of handholding is there. Can you just please?
Yeah, this is one of the startup. Okay, so this is Anya Robotics, which some of our alumni from electrical engineering they have started. So that is actually part of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So they have started this company, and they are more on developing robotic systems. So it's a startup from our own students, and they conduct workshops for our students on robot operating systems and so on. And at the same time, they encourage our students to be part of some of the projects what they are undertaking. So evenings and all that, when they are free, they can come to the their company and then their startup place, okay, and where they started the company. So they can come there, work with the students, and get some actual practical knowledge of developing the system. So this is one of the startup which is already running with respect to the Amrita University.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, there are many avenues where these students can actually engage and then do things. Okay, so we also have collaboration with many eminent institutes like IIT Delhi. We already have IIT Madras, and then IIT Palakkad, which is nearby, and then also some of the foreign universities like Purdue University and all that. We are established already the collaborative works, and when the students will also be a part of it, okay, because once the faculty start working with these topics, then definitely the students will also be a part of it, so they get ample opportunity to work with academic institutions, eminent academic institutions, as well as the industries. So both ways we are establishing more collaboration in the coming days also, so the coming months also, so that is going to happen.
Yes, sir. So it's an ongoing effort, and day by day,
Right.
the department is growing and establishing things. So just before we end this, I just want to take one question from one or two questions which are relevant for this session. Sir, what student is asking? So after doing UG and robotics and automation and move to industry as an undergrad, or can they pursue master? What kind of master degrees actually they can pursue? So can you please let us know?
So
Yes, yeah, Bipin, yeah, you can go. Yeah, please.
both of these are possible. I mean, both options are open for an Amrita student. He or she can directly go to an industry, because we make the student industry ready, so they can directly step to a robotics industry. Or if the student has aspirations for higher education, MS, MTech, or even direct PhD, that can also be done. Because from the Department of Mechanical Engineering in Amrita University, a lot of students have been going abroad, Europe as well as US, for higher studies. We have students going to Purdue University, Ohio State University, Delft University, ETH, Imperial College. These are in the last 2-3 years. So these are top universities in the world. So in robotics and automation also, we will keep up this tradition of sending students to the top universities in the world. Or if he or she decides to go for an industry job, then it is also open. The placement opportunities are also open. So you can see some potential recruiters here. These are very good companies in robotics field: Bosch, Mitsubishi, Kuka, Lionsboard, EDS, Amazon, Apple. These are potential recruiters for robotics and automation. And as I've told you, there are a lot of potential universities, top universities, to which you can apply and go to. And for another aspect of the question, which one student was asking, I think, which are the programs to which they can go. There is robotics program itself. There are other specialized programs in foreign universities, like autonomous vehicles, like autonomous manufacturing systems, robotics itself, or machine learning. All of these programs you can step into as part of your higher studies.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. Actually, I think we are closing. We are entering the closing stages. So I'll reveal the surprise before we have the closing statements from both of you. See, students, for all the attendees today, I'm launching a poll, a unique opportunity for all the attendees to come actually interact with all our automation and robotics faculty and visit these labs which we have showcased. Okay, how many of you are interested? I'm just launching the poll. Please answer this question, yes or no. How many of you are interested? Based on that, we will ask you to come on a particular date to actually interact with them in person, visit our labs, get a hands-on experience about automation and robotics in depth. So if you have more people are interested, we will be sending an invite link for all of you to come visit our campus on a particular day. So I see a lot of people are interested. I see 91% people. Please attend the poll fast before we end this session. So I want more people to answer. Yes. Please answer the poll, all of you, so that we can go ahead with the session and end the session. I think we had a very good session, actually interactive session with both of our esteemed panelists. And I hope you got better idea or better understanding about this branch now, about the stream now. So before I end this poll, I hope all of you have answered. I'm ending this poll. I think out of 124 people have answered this poll, I got 100 people actually interested to come and visit our campus in Coimbatore. We are glad to see. We will be sending all of you an invite in the coming days. Plan your plan accordingly. You can come one day and visit our campus and interact with this faculty and get an experience of the labs. Okay, I'm ending this poll to have a closing statements from both of our esteemed panelists. Thank you for answering this poll. Thank you, and I'm ending this poll. Okay. Sir, one thing which, if you can just stop the presentation, we'll just have a quick end note. Yes, sir. Sir, actually, thank you for coming. Maybe to have a closing statement, maybe I would have missed something important to ask you, which is an important note or a point to be informing the students and all. So you can just dwell upon and have an inspirational statement to our students and aspirants who are eager to come and join Amrita in this automation and robotics. Please, both of you can give your closing statement, starting with Santhosh, sir.
Yeah, thank you first for this opportunity, because it is a very good interaction. Maybe they have many questions which are still unanswered. They can also, as you suggested, they can visit the campus and then interact with the faculty members. Many parents and students used to do that in the previous years. So they can also visit the campus, interact with us, and see the facilities and interact with your seniors and so on, and come to know what is the way the program is running and so on. Okay, so that will be a good option for you to understand more about it. But you got an idea what it is. So it's going to be if you are really interested in pursuing a BTech program in automation, robotics, or related area, this is an ideal place. Okay, so we all welcome you to come and join for this program. So it will be very useful. Okay, so again, thank you all for joining the discussion. It was very good. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Bipin, sir.
Yes, it was a very constructive discussion, I hope. And as a closing statement, I would like to invite all the students to join with us, Amrita University at Automation and Robotics, in this exciting ride in this new and emerging area of robotics and automation. It is going to be a challenging ride, but it is going to be very interesting ride. And we hope that it is going to be very constructive and original ride. So I invite everybody who is interested to come and join us and be part of this. Right? Thank you very much for attending.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Thanks, Satan, sir, actually, for accepting our invite and doing the session. Thank you, all the students. I know a lot of you have a lot more queries. Don't worry. We are available on every Fridays on Zoom to clear all your queries in person about this branch or about our admission process. Please do join every Friday in Zoom for virtual one-to-one counseling sessions to clear all your admission related queries. Some of you have a lot more interesting queries also, which we will sort out on every Friday. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Once again, we are extremely happy to be part of Amrita, and we welcome all the aspirants to be part of this Amrita family also. We are looking forward to all the aspirants. All the best for your future.